Good morning. Little shower this morning, and we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Still got some moisture in these beans. Need a little wind here, Tommy Boy style. First off, thanks for watching. You guys tuning in, sharing this, retweeting, gives me the ability to do what I love and share with the group. So, as I've talked about somewhat, that combine right there, I bought the head. I bought two heads. They're not real nice. That thing's got 3,300 hours on it or something like that. So when I come and talk, and by the way, I've got a few slots open if you need someone to speak at your event this winter, ask me now. But you know, I go talk and I talk to some people I really admire, and they're really doing things to regenerate their soil. And I think that's where the true talent's going to be long-term in ag is these people that do more with less. And what I think I bring to the group, you know, is I hate saying I don't care, but I'm chasing after goals that have nothing to do with mechanics or anything like that. It's all about the agronomy, and I switch things around from what I see, what I learn, and I think we can constantly improve things. So if you're going to be independent and you're going to go out on your own, you're going to get a bunch of criticism. You're going to have to just take it. But you need to be you need to be the biggest critic. But also, you've got to be able to build your credit and keep your bankroll. And by you doing that, if you want to do all these experiments, you got to do them cheap. So I say, fail often, fail small, fail a bunch, and that's how you learn. But you got to keep that bankroll, because as soon as you run out, then you're going to depend on somebody else and you've lost all your independence. So that's why I do what I do. I try to get things as cheap as possible, you know, keep some nuts in the tree, if you will. And we're working on a 3 to 5 year plan that we're looking pretty good. But anyway, this was ran 2 days ago, and you can see how much it's cleaner as far as the residue. It kind of shakes it off, and you can see how much next year I will scale up quite a bit. So I've got some equipment lined up for this fall that I'll be really excited to share with you. We're going to try to get some PP acres and work with farmers, and basically it's going to turn into a consulting deal where we're going to try to lock down as much carbon as possible regionally through the back end of animals, and redistribute that and actually put it in strips like you're seeing. And we're going to make a machine that can put biochar, charge it, and high speed do what we're doing here at scale. So that's the 2 or 3 year plan. Next year we're going to really pump up these acres. I've got a 20,000 bushel contract of wheat priced $6.25, $6.50, some close to $7, so I can leverage that to get some stuff on paper. Anyway, agronomically, you're seeing what I talk about, and I can't. So look at this plant to the left and to the right, and just imagine how much more sun that's taken. So you got to think every day, quit looking at a spreadsheet, quit looking at stats, quit listening to everybody that's trying to sell you something, and go on your field and look at actually what's happening. And what you're seeing here is each plant has way more energy now, and we can leverage the fact. You know, we're a little bit later this year, but what are we, July 10th? I don't even ever look. So we're, you know, a couple weeks past summer solstice, so that sun is high in the sky. So if we make these gussets like that, then you're going to allow sunlight down, and I can't say how important that is. And what really frustrates me with ag, the reason why we never look at stuff that's free and really analyze it, because there's nothing to sell here, folks. So that's kind of the deal with Consecampi. I have this big motive to spread the wealth, spread the distribution, collect more sun at scale, and it's going to start with cheap experiments on my farm and looking at the system and changing that. And it's a several year process. But anyway, where I'm getting with that is, I know this sounds, you know, really a bold statement, but I think we waste millions and billions and trillions of dollars having all this tech in ag, where we could have leaps and bounds increase in production, more with less, if we really figured out how we can share things better, how we can get better with free stuff, how we can have more equilibrium with water, And the only way you do that, you know, it's funny, Ohio State did this for about 30 years. In 27, they never changed their schematics. They kept getting decent yield, and then they say, you know, it didn't rain much this year, or it rained too much this year. And until you say, screw it, and you take a piece of toilet paper and run it through the mower, and you have a trillion different experiments, which I say, you take the guidance out, you get a lot of guess rows. This is a little bit thinner right here than this. That might bug you a little bit, but I got an experiment right there. I can see that. But do as many experiments as possible, and you learn so much in that year that you change it. And I did that Periscope on the 80-20 rule. I think if you take all your experiments, kick out 80 or 90% of them, and then try to dial in, you know, the next one. If you're willing to fail small, willing to fail often, then you're gonna grow. And when the people at the coffee shop are laughing at you and snickering and whatever, really, they're just too chicken shit to go out and do it on your own and take that criticism. And getting that criticism is built, not only building character, is building growth, and it's building your ability when we're all sharing our data. When we go to AI, when we go to automation, if you're deeply leveraged and you're just doing what everybody else does, it's just gonna be just like the livestock industry, where you just have a contract with Cargill or something like that, and you're just a yes man. I know that sounds terrible, but if you want to keep our independence, you got to do something different. You got to work with free things. You got to keep your bankroll. You got to communicate. You got to share with group. You got to network. And I think the only reason that people invite me to things is my ability. It's not horse blinders. I listen to criticism, but I also have my eye on the prize, and that's growth through failing small, failing often, and learning. So that's just what I want to tell you to young farmers. You're going to get snickered at. Do as many things as possible, and in 3 or 4 years, you're going to be able to do things, and it's all about what's between your ears in that skull of yours, and be able to make better decisions every day when you wake up. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Just a little walkthrough here. You got 2 days ago, relay beans. Got a little bit left right there, you know, that'll happen. And then you got the wheat beans. Got a few weeds. I haven't touched this field for over 80 days now. Think about that. So I replanted nearly all our soybean acres. We have like 300,000 seeding population. This was 130 one time, 450 one time, stitch shut, expedite, canopy closure, pruning. With all these rain events, we're able to infiltrate the water, suck it up, and look at this whole field. All these beans are growing very well because they had a brother, if you will, to share the load and fight off whatever Mother Nature brought us. It's not really fighting it off, it's just working with her, you know? All right, good day, thanks for watching. Please, if you're still on, share this. I really appreciate the retweets and everything. That helps do what I do, helps my network, helps me work on bigger projects, and it's all about getting it out there. All right, thank you, good day.